There are moments in a person's life when the world is watching, and moments when no one is watching except you. This story is the second kind. For over 20 years, I stood with Nova Scotia's injured workers, people forgotten by the system, people fighting battles with no strength left to fight. I didn't do it for applause. I did it because when you've known hardship, you never forget the ones who are still stuck in it. During my first term as president of the Provincial Injured Workers Association, I got a call that changed everything. It was Gary Penny from Cape Breton, a good man and a fighter. He said, "Dave, we need you. The inquiry's too narrow. We're planning sit-ins across the province." He also knew I had been selected to sit on the official Workers' Compensation Inquiry Board, a few months of work worth more than $80,000. But you cannot take the government's check and still claim to fight for the little guy. So the next morning, I resigned. Most people walk into the legislature through the front doors. Not me. I climbed up into the rafters, the place where truth has to shout to be heard. When the chamber settled, I stood up and raised my voice. "Excuse me. My name is David Conan, president of Inspiwa. In collaboration with Cape Breton and Pictou, we will be organizing sit-ins unless the scope of this inquiry is expanded." Every head lifted. A stranger in denim, speaking louder than the suits below. But that night, the phone rang again, and everything changed. "Dave, we're pulling out," Gary said. Pictou too. Just like that, I was alone. A weaker man would have vanished. A bitter man would have blamed. But the next morning, I climbed into the rafters again. I introduced myself a second time. The other groups will speak for themselves. I alone take responsibility. No excuses. No finger-pointing. Just truth. Later that evening, I received a call I'll never forget. "David, this is John Hamm." The Premier of Nova Scotia said, "I know what you did. You're a bigger man than most. You didn't blame anyone. You stood on your own. You don't get calls like that unless someone saw your soul that day." Months later, a heavy envelope arrived in the mail, thick paper, embossed crest, the kind governments use when history is being written. Inside was resolution number 2756, tabled by the Honorable Maureen MacDonald. It formally recognized my leadership, my return as president, and the online community I built so injured workers could get real help. It thanked me for my commitment to the people of this province. But the paper wasn't the real reward. The real reward was this truth: standing alone is still standing. Courage spoken from the rafters can reach the floor of the house. My name is Big Dave Conan, and I will always fight for the people the system forgets. That is my promise, and my legacy. Fire before you go. Remember this: your one click sends power across Canada. It takes you a second, but YouTube amplifies it 100-fold, pushing these stories to the people who need them most. Thank you for supporting Canada is Watching Net. Thank you for standing with all of us. Your support truly matters.